Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about the derivation of the formula as the speed of progressive wave. How to find out the speed of progressive wave? In the previous class, we have discussed that formula is the speed of progressive wave v is equal to omega by k, or v is equal to frequency into lambda. And today discuss the speed of transverse wave on a stretched string. We need to find out the speed of transverse wave. The wave is set up in the rope. String means rope. To take what is the meaning of string, that is a rope or thread. Rope or thread. Stretched means we have to tight the wire or a rope. Let us take the diagram. This is a rope. One end of the rope is attached to the wall. Take it as a wall. One end of the rope is attached to the wire and other end is in your hand. Other end is in your hand. And you have to produce a tension in the wire. It means that don't let the wire to loose. You just stretch the wire, pull the wire to a certain extent. Then what you need to do? Then you jerk your hand up and down. Then you are seeing what you are observing suddenly. Then this rope is looking like a wave. If you give jerk to your hand up and down, first one end of the rope is attached to the wall, other end is in your hand, and you produce a tension in the wire or a rope. Tension means you have to stretch the wire. After stretching, you just give jerk to your hand. Then you are observing the rope in the form of wave. The wave is set up in the rope medium, and the nature of the wave producing in the rope is called as a transverse wave. How come it is? The transverse in the sense you are giving a jerk to the rope in y direction, and the wave set up in the medium in x direction. The jerking direction in y direction and wave moving in x direction, the angle between those two directions is 90 degree. Then that nature is called as a transverse wave. ನೀವು ಜರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ವೇವ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಎರಡರ ನಡುವೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅದ. theta is equal to 90 degree. That's why that nature of the wave we are going to call it as transverse wave. How to find out the speed of this wave set up in a roof? That what we are going to find out the speed by using one of the method called dimensional method analysis. First see here if you or you can take the tension produced in the wire. If you stretch the wire, the tension produced in the wire is given by produced in the wire or string. In the string is given by the formula, that is a T is equal to, string is given by T is equal to mass into G. What is T? Tension produced in the wire. One end is attached to the wall, other end is in your hand. If you jerk the wire, it is not producing the wave. In order to produce a wave, what you need to do? You need to stretch the wire, then you jerk your hand. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ನೀವು ಫುಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಜರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ರಾಗ ವೇವ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಫುಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೈರ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೈರ್, inside the wire what force is producing? That is a tensional force. That tensional force produced in the wire, tensional in the sense the force is producing inside the wire when you stretch it, this one with the applied force. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ರಿಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ tensional force in the thread or a string is given by the formula total mass of the rope into G. G, as you know very well, acceleration due to gravity. What is M here? Total mass of the string. What is m here? Total mass of thread or string, and g is acceleration due to gravity. Its value is very well. And here the dimensional formula of, therefore the dimensional formula of tension T is equal to m into g. How we can write it as? T is equal to, dimensional formula of mass is capital M, g is LT raised to minus 2, as you know very well. Mass means capital M, g means LT raised to minus 2. This is a dimensional formula of tension. M is capital M, g is LT raised to minus 2. You know very well, because velocity is equal to LT raised to minus 1, acceleration is equal to v by t. V means LT raised to minus 1, T means T ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತದ, again LT raised to minus 2. This is for acceleration. Getting? This is for acceleration. Let us take it as a equation 1. And next, what I am considering, the mass per unit length of wire. The mass per unit length. What is mass per unit length? Because the speed of this wave in the rope, the speed of wave in the solid medium is depending upon the inertial properties. Solid medium ಒಳಗಡೆ wave move ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಆ solid medium the mass ಮೇಲೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಪೀಡು. That what we are going to call it as inertial property. Inertial property in the sense, the speed of the wave in the rope is also depending upon the mass of that rope. That the speed of the wave in the rope is depending upon its mass. That mass is nothing but an inertial property. Inertia means its mass. Therefore, the mass per unit length, also call it as linear density. What is the meaning of this one? Linear density is given by the formula as mass per unit length, or also call it as a linear density, that is indicated as mu. How to find out this one? And before going to this one, what is the difference between m and mass per unit length? You know very well. Per unit length means 1 meter. Per unit length, unit means 1. What is the SI unit of length? Meter. Unit length means 1 meter. Mass per unit length, what is the meaning of this one? If the wire is having a length is equal to 1 meter, then its mass is called as mass per unit length. What is m? Total mass of wire. What is mu? This is mass of just a length of 1 meter of wire. ಅದರ ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಷ್ಟದ ಟೋಟಲ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮಾಸಿಗೆ ಏನತ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಮ್. 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮಾಸಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವ? ಮಾಸ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್. How to find out mu mass per unit length? It is also called as a linear density. This is total mass divided by total mass of string divided by total length of string. Total length. Don't confuse in between that total mass and this mu. For example, a thread 10 meter ಅದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಲೆಂತಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಎಮ್. ಅದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ವೈರನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಕೋರಿ, 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ವೈರ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಬೈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್. 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮಾಸಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವ? ಮಾಸ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ is nothing but small m. This is total length is nothing but small l. And the dimensional formula of this m is capital M and L is capital L, and mu is equal to m as it is LT raised to minus 1. You are getting this one, and here this is equation 1, and let us take it as a equation 2. From the equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, divide the equation 1 by 2, that is a T by mu. T by mu is equal to m lt raised to minus 2 divided by m l raised to minus 1. M getting cancelled. Take L on numerator. T by mu is equal to L square T raised to minus 2 you are getting. And next part I am writing here. T by mu, this is equal to, I am writing this one in another form, Lt raised to minus 1 whole square. Yes, I written this form like this. Yes, it is right. L into L, L square, minus 1 into 2, T raised to minus 2. I written this form as like this. And again T by mu, this is Lt raised to minus 1. If you want to remove this power and make square root here, and again Lt raised to minus 1 is equal to root of T by m, T by mu. And what is Lt raised to minus 1? This is nothing but V. How come? Let us take dimensional formula of distance. Dimensional formula of distance, that is x is equal to L. Velocity is equal to distance by time. Distance is L. T is time, capital T, means Lt raised to minus 1. Acceleration is equal to G. Velocity by time. Velocity is Lt raised to minus 1. Time is capital T. This is Lt raised to minus 2. Dimensional formulas you know very well. Lt raised to minus 1. This is a dimensional formula of velocity. That's for Lt raised to minus 1. This is a dimensional formula of velocity. Therefore, this is equal to root of T by mu. T by mu. Therefore, here how I have taken V is equal to Lt raised to minus 1. This is dimensional formula. Velocity is equal to root of tension by mass per unit length. ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ವೈರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅದ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆ ವೈರ್ದ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಟಿ ಬೈ ಮ್ಯೂ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ, then you are getting what is the speed of the wave in the wire. ಆ ವೈರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ what is the speed of the wave, that can be calculated by using this formula. For simplification, V is equal to, I am considering here one constant term C. C is equal to root of T by mu. This is final formula. Here C is constant. Therefore, C is constant. Its value is always 1. Constant. Its value always that is 1. Always that is 1. Therefore, C is equal to always 1. If C is equal to 1, then you are getting velocity is equal to root of T by mu. For transverse wave, what is going on here? This is wall, this is rope, this is your hand. One end of the string is attached to the wall and other end is in your hand. If you give jerk up and down to the rope here, then the wave is producing in the string or rope, and its speed can be calculated by using the formula as V is equal to C into root of T by mu. What is T? If you pull the wire, the tension is producing the wire, that tension can be find out by using this formula. Total mass of that rope into G, you are getting the tension, that is a T. What is mu? The mass of 1 meter length of the wire, that is called as a mu. You remember, this is very important formula getting for numericals. The velocity of a transverse wave on a stretched wire or a thread or a string can be calculated by using this formula. And what is the transverse nature? If you give up and down to your hand, jerk to your hand, then jerking direction is in y direction, the wave direction is in x direction. The angle between your jerking and the motion of the wave, propagation of the wave, the angle theta is equal to 90 degree. Then if the angle between those two is 90 degree, then that nature of the wave we are going to call it as a transverse wave, and this is a derivation. You just remember this formula, it is very important for your numericals. Thank you. And next, the derivation, speed of longitudinal wave in gaseous medium. And just now we have derived the speed of transverse wave in which medium? Solid medium. Solid medium I have taken it as a string or a rope. Just now we have derived the speed of transverse wave in which medium? Solid medium. What is solid medium I have taken here? A rope or a string. A string is a solid medium. This is another one. Speed of longitudinal wave. You know very well what is the transverse wave and longitudinal wave. If the particle vibration and the wave propagation, the angle between those two is theta is equal to 90 degree, that is a transverse. And if the direction of vibration of the particle and the direction of propagation of the wave both are in the same direction, then theta is equal to 0 degree. That nature of the wave is called as a longitudinal wave. For this derivation I have taken an example as a sound wave. For example, sound wave is an example of longitudinal, and the wave set up in the rope, that is an example for transverse wave. I have taken for the derivation, I have taken the example for sound wave in a gas medium. Sound wave is a longitudinal wave. How come that is? These are all air particles. These are all air particles. When the person talks, he putting the pressure on this air particle, it is vibrating. Because of its disturbance, this is vibrating. Because of its disturbance, this is vibrating. Because of its disturbance, this particle vibrating, so on. The disturbance is moving in this direction. The disturbance means disturbance is nothing but a wave. The particle vibration is in x direction and the disturbance moving in the same direction. The theta is equal to 0 degree in between those. The sound, the particle, air particles vibrating in this direction and the sound is propagating in this direction. The angle between those two is a 0 degree. 0 degree. The sound is moving in the form of wave. This is wave is nothing but a sound, means a disturbance is moving in this direction. Air particles also are vibrating in the same direction. Theta is equal to 0 degree. Then this is the example for longitudinal wave. How to find out its speed? Whenever the sound is propagating in the air or a gas, both are same. When the sound is propagating in the form of wave in the gaseous medium or air medium, how to find out its speed? There has been a formula. That formula now we have to derive that one. In the topic called mechanical properties of solids, you studied about elastic moduli. One is a Young's modulus, another one is a bulk modulus, and another one is a shear modulus. And when the person putting the pressure on the air particles, these air particles create a higher pressure at some region, lower pressure at some region. Higher pressure, lower pressure. Compressions, rarefactions. Compressions, rarefactions. You studied already about the sound wave. How the air particles are moving. At some region, they have creating more pressure. Some region creating low pressure. Some region high pressure. Some region high pressure. And in some region low pressure. And again at some regions high pressure and again some regions low pressure. Like this, the air particles are moving in forward direction. You know very well. These are called as compression. Here rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, compression. More the particles, more is the pressure. Lesser is the particle, lesser is the pressure. More the particles, more the pressure. Lesser particle, lesser pressure. The region where the pressure is more called as a compression, the region where pressure is less is called as a rarefaction. And in the nature of the wave, the compression, higher pressure means higher pressure, lower pressure, again higher pressure, again lower pressure, again higher pressure, lower pressure. Like this, we are showing the nature of the wave. How to find out the speed of the longitudinal wave? When the person putting the pressure on the air particle, the air particles are compressing. The compressing means which modulus it is? Bulk modulus. When the person is talking, he is putting the pressure on the air particles. Those air particles, they are moving in the form of alternative compressions, rarefactions. Compressions, rarefactions. You know very well in the mechanical properties of solid. On applying pressure, if there is a change in length, is called as a Young's modulus. On applying pressure, if there is a change in volume, is called as a bulk modulus. On applying pressure, if there is a change in shape, then you can call it as a shear modulus. when the person talks, he putting the pressure on the air particles, the volume of the air particles is changes. The volume of the air particles is changes. When I am talking, my vocal cord putting the pressure on the air particles present here. After putting the pressure on these air particles, the volume of these air particle changes. After applying pressure, the volume of the air gas medium is changes in the sense which modulus I have to consider. Longitudinal, that is bulk modulus. Yes, bulk modulus, not a shear modulus, and not a, that is Young's modulus. If there is a change in length, that is Young's modulus. If there is a change in shape, that is a shear modulus. But after putting pressure on the air particles, what dimension is changes? That is volume, means bulk modulus we have to find out. Therefore, the bulk modulus of medium, means gaseous medium or air, is given by the formula you know very well. Bulk modulus indicated as B. It is volume stress divided by volume strain. B is equal to, what is volume stress? That is force per unit area divided by volume strain, that is delta V by V. This is strain, this is stress. And here, after putting the pressure on a air particle, the pressure is changes. The pressure in this region increases, here decreases, here increases, here pressure decreases. The pressure goes on changes. Therefore, you know very well, P is equal to, pressure is equal to force per unit area. Can I write B is equal to F by V? I can write it as a P by, this is called as a delta V by V. F by A is equal to P, pressure or stress is equal to force per unit area. That's why force per unit area means volume stress. That can be, I written it as a P, pressure. When the person putting the pressure, here the pressure becomes more, here pressure decreases, here the pressure is more, here the pressure is less, here the pressure is more, here the pressure is less. Like that air particles are moving. How the air particles are moving? Here more number of the particle, more the pressure, less number of the particle, lesser is the pressure, more number of particle, less number of particle, more pressure, less pressure, more pressure, less pressure. Means the pressure is changes. If change in the pressure can be written it as a delta P. Change in the pressure it can be written as a delta P. And I am taking minus sign. What is minus sign? More the pressure, then volume decreases. More the pressure, volume decreases. Let us take, these are air particles. Here more the pressure, volume is less, or more the volume, lesser is the pressure. More the volume, lesser is the pressure, lesser is the volume, more is the pressure. What is the relation between pressure and volume? That is inversely proportional. Pressure and volume, in between these two, which relation is there? Inversely proportional. That's why I have taken the minus sign here. What is minus sign indicating? Minus sign indicating pressure P and V. Both are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. And instead of F by A, it has a P. But don't take P. Take it as a delta P, because the pressure is changes. Changing quantity can be indicated as delta. Therefore, delta P, minus sign indicating relation between pressure and volume is inversely proportional. That's why the minus sign indicating. And here B is equal to, can I write minus delta P divided by V into V. I have taken V on numerator. And here B is equal to, and leave the minus sign, that is not important. Here dimensional formula of pressure is equal to, that is, therefore P is equal to F by A. P P is equal to F means M into A divided by this is area. Then P is equal to M is capital M, A is LT raised to minus 2, A is length into length, it is L square. And here P is equal to, take L on this, L on numerator, M, this is plus 1, this is becomes minus 2, means M L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. You check up the dimensional formula of pressure. Dimensional formula of pressure is P is equal to force per unit area, F equal to MA, A is A, M is mass, means capital M, A is acceleration, LT raised to minus 2, A is side into side, area is side into side, side into side means L into L, that is L square. Take L square and numerator, that is P is equal to M L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. This is dimensional formula of pressure, means delta P. This is dimensional formula of pressure, means delta P. And I am writing this one delta P, leave the minus sign, this is not important because just it is indicating the relation between pressure and volume, that's all. Delta P can be written as M L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. This is what? Pressure. What is volume? This is L cube. What is volume? Length into breadth into height. Length is L, breadth is L, height is L, L into L, that is L cube, divided by, again delta V means that is also volume. Dimensional formula again L cube, L cube getting cancelled. And what is bulk modulus is equal to M L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. This is a dimensional formula of bulk modulus. And again let us take it as a equation number 1. Let us take it as equation number 1 now. And this is therefore how I have get delta P is equal to this much I have taken. And next go to, this is bulk modulus. The density of air per unit volume, the density of air per unit volume, that is rho is equal to M divided by V. Density is equal to, if volume is equal to 1 meter cube, and what is the mass present in 1 meter cube? 1 meter cube ಅನ್ನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಐತಿ, how much is the mass present in the 1 meter volume of the medium, that ratio is called as a density. Here density is equal to mass by volume, rho is equal to, what is the dimensional formula of mass? Capital M. What is volume? L cube. Then rho becomes M L raised to minus 3. Let us take it as equation number 2. M is M, L cube take on numerator, M L raised to minus 3, it is a equation 2. Divide equation 1 by 2. Then this is 1 is B, bulk modulus, divided by 2 is rho. This is equal to M L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. I have taken this one. And next, what is rho? M L raised to minus 3, M getting cancelled. And minus 3 is goes on numerator, minus 3 become plus 3 minus 1, that is B by rho. This is equal to L square T raised to minus 2. Minus 3 ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಬಂದ್ರೆ plus 3 ಒಳಗೆ minus 1 ಹೋದ್ರೆ L square T raised to minus 3 as it is. Then B by rho, this is equal to, can I write L T raised to minus 1 raised to 2. If you expand this one, again you are getting L into L square, minus 1 into 2, minus 2. Just I have taken in this form this one. If you don't want square here, make it root. Then root of B by rho is equal to LT raised to minus 1. You know very well, LT raised to minus 1 is the dimensional formula of velocity. Therefore, B by rho root, this is equal to V. This is a formula. Because therefore V is equal to LT raised to minus 1. This is dimensional formula of velocity. Therefore LT raised to minus can be written as V. Therefore I am writing velocity is equal to C into B by rho. What is C? It is just a constant. Its value is always 1. C is always 1. Then 1 into this value, again you are getting, this is velocity of sound wave can be calculated by using this formula. V is equal to root of C into root of bulk modulus divided by density. The bulk modulus divided by density of air. That is the formula. By using this formula, we can able to find out the speed of a longitudinal wave in air medium or a gas medium. And don't confuse velocity formula for sound wave. And one more you have studied, that is velocity is equal to C into root of for transverse wave. Just now we have studied, that is root of T by mu. This is for transverse wave. This is for transverse wave formula. This is for transverse wave, and the velocity is equal to C into B of rho. This is a formula in order to find out the speed of which wave? Longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave. Please be remember these formulas. The derivation of the speed of transverse wave, tension by mass per unit length. I have taken here the example as waves producing in the roof, and this is the formula in order to find out the speed of longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave, I have taken example as a sound wave. Velocity is equal to constant into root of bulk modulus by density. And here C is always the same. Its value is always 1. You please be remember. You please be remember. And this is formula for transverse wave, and this is the formula for which wave? That is sound wave or longitudinal wave. If there is if the wave is moving in a solid medium, you can take, that is another formula with respect to of Young's modulus, and you please remember these two, first and second, and very important for numericals. For transverse wave, this is the formula in order to find out the speed. For longitudinal wave, this is the formula in order to find out the speed.